Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of Season 1, Episode 9 of Trollhunters Tales of Arcadia, titled Bittersweet 16. It's Jim's 16th birthday, which means he's been doing all of what he's been doing at the age of 15, and, well, 16 is not that much better in the grand scheme of saving the world. Yeah. So, then, well, we find out he hates birthdays because his douchebag of a dad left on his 5th birthday. Fuck that guy. So, his mom gets him a blender because, he likes cooking, but there's a fake out where she basically explains anything where it gets Jim excited that it's a Vespa. Yeah. So, Toby brings Jim to Trollmark because he says it's like a DEF CON emergency, only it's a surprise party. They throw him a surprise party. That's nice. But Vendel's like, no. Train the troll hunter. Fix this. And Blink is like, you know what? He's right. What better way to celebrate your birthing day than to prolong your death day? And I'm gonna be honest, that's the shit right there. That's why we love Blinky. So then Toby brings him to a dealership where he convinces the dealership guy to allow Jim to test drive a Vespa. Also in this episode, from the beginning, very beginning, we've noticed he's been stalked by something which we learn is a stalkling sent by Bular. Strickler, to his credit, doesn't really want to do that. Strickler's more of a finesser. He's not the type of villain to do the nitty-gritty work, like the down and dirty. If he's going to do something, it's going to be precise and clean. That's kind of what I get from Strickler. If he's doing something, it's because he's already got the plan, a 12-step plan in motion. That's the kind of guy I think Strickler is. So, of course, the stalkling tracks Jim down with... And, of course, good old Steve is there as well. Steve gets ran off the road, though. Poor guy. Not really. While the stalkling chases Jim. Jim manages to actually cut it with his sword. A rare feat, we learn. Back in Troll Market, Blinky and Arg bring Not Enrique to Vendel. And Vendel kind of silently, in his own little way, loses his shit like a troll, a changeling, you brought it here. And, he's still disparaging. He's on that Jim ain't shit train. And Blinky, the hype man, trying to hype him up. He's like, Jim can do it. He's, really great. Only for Jim to come running and saying, Blinky, save me, save me, save me. Which, immediately proves Vendel's point of, oh, look at the gallantry of that. So Jim explains what he's been chased by, and Vendel explains that a stalkling is one of the few species of trolls that can go into the daylight, and the reason it doesn't look as scary in the book, as Jim describes, is because, well, ain't nobody's ever lived to see it. Now, Blinky, upon learning he got cut, the stalkling is trying to talk him up again, because Vendel, as I said, is on that Jim ain't shit train. So, and then Jim's over here like, no. It was luck. It was just straight luck. We then learn that a stalkling can't really do much if you're alone, or not alone. So he goes to school with Toby, making sure he's always in a pack. He meets Claire, and, Claire is still very much mad at him because she ruined her house. Fair enough. We get there, and we learn that since Jim is, of course, the understudy, and Steve, main Romeo, is injured, Jim now gets to be Romeo during rehearsals. So he gets there, and he basically uses the play as a way to ask Claire for forgiveness, which I think she kind of silently does. Afterwards, after he and Claire are alone, and Jim is shitting bricks at this point because the stalkling, he hears it. Now, Claire's parents are here to pick her up, which means he's alone. Now, he's begging her parents to take him home. take him somewhere because his mom is at the hospital stuck with Steve since she's a doctor. And Steve's a dumbass who got run off the road. But, you know, Claire's parents, you know, don't want to deal with the kid that destroyed their house. He's like, come on, please, it's my birthday, Jim. You destroyed their house. I don't think they give a shit. Whether it's your birthday or it's a Tuesday. Same difference to them. They're going to leave your ass right there. So, you know, then he just starts booking it on his bike. Trying to outrun the Stockling. Meanwhile, he's calling Toby. But Toby and Arg are engrossed in this game. Luckily, it's raining, lightning, the power goes out. So Toby finally answers the phone. Which basically means, if it wasn't raining and lightning, Jim would have been shit out of fucking luck. Anyways, so Jim basically kind of pulls a Kanjigar from episode 1, where he and the Stalkling are in the sky, lightning going on, and he says, if I go down, you go down with me, you know? Basically echoing what Kanjigar did in the first episode, where he sacrificed himself so Bular couldn't get the amulet. Jin was planning to sacrifice himself so the Stalkling couldn't go on anymore. And it worked. He defeated the Stalkling, killed it, which I think this is Jim's second kill. I mean, I believe he actually he might have killed some of the goblins, but like this is his second real one, the Stalkling and Gladys. Luckily, as he's plummeting to the ground, Arg jumps up and saves him, while the Stalkling plummets and crashes into the canal. This canal has seen some shit. I'm telling you, it's seen some shit. Because I'm pretty sure this is the same exact spot that Kanjigar died too. Well, we're back at Troll Market, and Blinky has Jim's eyes covered again and says, by his calculations, there's only a few more minutes till his birthday ends, and he's got one more gift. It's some parts to a Vespa, which Blinky says he hopes he and Jim can build it. Oh, I just love the relationship they're building between Jim and Blinky. The relationships in the show all feel kind of natural. Like, none of them really feel forced, so to say. I really feel like Toby and Jim have been friends for as many years as they have. I feel like, you know, Blinky and Jim have this good little master and apprentice relationship. Overall, I'm going to give this episode a good 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.